Hi, welcome to the video from Premier Guns. Adrian. Quick video, somewhat different this time, where a new brand we've taken on and actually kind of generally quite excited about it. I like things a little bit nichey. I think AirMaks probably qualify for that. Two basic models that we've got. They do come with three, and I'll put some photos in for this video as well, which is the Cayman, which we haven't got here now, which is really quite a funky looking gun. The Catran, which is the top one, which comes in various other versions of it as well, and the crate below, but again, that comes in more versions. But I say, so generally quite interesting, although a lot of people will think it's probably a FX wannabe copy, and I suppose in some ways it probably is. But I guess if you're looking for anything that's AR style, tactical style, they're always going to come in this style of format. But genuinely, we only had these for a couple of days, so just getting to kind of grips with it at the moment. But for those who don't know, AirMaks are sort of sprung out of the guys who invented or worked with AGT rifles, which is another brand we're actually going to be taking on shortly, another Czech brand. So there's a lot of competition, I think, between AirMaks and AGT, it seems, behind the scenes, but which is always a good thing. Now, you get the idea. Again, it's quite adjustable gun. I say we've got, I think it's something like 70mm of travel with the butt plate, and actually about 20mm of travel with the cheek piece. So we can raise that up as well for us. That's the same on the Catrans as well. I say these guns are new to us, but there's we're just getting our heads around it all. But I can see straight away we've got the carbon fibre bottle, so it's a 480cc bottle, and these quite unusually have a 300 bar, or the action is a 300 bar pressure. Now, the reality of that is probably few people are going to ever get to the 300 bar unless they've actually got a compressor to charge the guns, because the reality of getting 300 bar off your own bottle is going to be a struggle. But it just means, I think, if this works at about a 260, 270 fill, I think we're looking at over 500 shots per charge, which is a tin of pellets. But I say we're just getting into grips with these guns at the moment, but it's just something that are new into us. We have the Catran here as well, which I've got placed with a DS70 scope, which is like the kind of the clean version. So that's without the IR and the rangefinder on the top, so it looks more conventional. But I say that's something we've, it comes at a slightly lower price point than the crate, but this one's quite, usually, it's quite it's got a funky little folding stock. And the quality of this is quite immense. Quite often, there are folding stocks out there in the market, and the downside to them is when they unfold, there's wobble. Well, here, there's a little grub screw to absorb any wobble on there if need be. So, should be good for long term. Well, that's quite a nice feature. Held with a magnet. Again, with adjustable cheek piece, adjustable butt pad. If I was going to be critical of the guns so far, I think the quality of the cheek piece isn't quite to my liking. He's a little bit plastic, he's a little bit sort of cheap. Butt pad's all right. Overcome that though, AirMaks do a laminate version, which is various colours, which I haven't seen or actually handled yet, but that looks like it'll probably be better quality. You can overcome that slightly flimsiness to the cheek piece. But other than that, I think the gun all round so far are feeling fantastic. Cocking action, magazines, 177, I believe these 18 shots, 16 shots, so quite a sensible magazine capacity. All the guns come with a 20 MOA rail. Also, quite a modular system for the shroud. So we've got a 1/2" UNF, which we can add a moderator to. But there's also the ability to remove the different sections of the shroud. So we can lose some of the shroud, but put an extra moderator silencer on, so basically keeping the length down by having a slightly quieter gun. But to be fair, so far, we're finding these quite reasonably quiet as they stand. I say, with got a quick cock there. It's unloaded, there's no pellets, I've checked beforehand, but it's fine. So, reasonably quiet. The moderator will help that further, but I say I'm quite impressed with those. Now what's novel, I always like something a little bit different, but is what you get in the box. So again, back to, I think, probably for the nichiness, I suppose, of the brand, which I always like something a little bit different. These AirMaks are purely a very small, almost cottage industry air rifle manufacturer from the Czech Republic. Make some quality bits of kit, but what's nice about them is what you get in the box, to be fair. Nice straightforward case, you get a lot of rifles. This one again is a crate. Charging probe. Are quite simple instructions on how to use, nothing particularly detailed there. But what's quite novel is Chris himself, I say the importer, he goes through and QCs all of these guns. He charges them up, he sets them up, and a little close up there you can actually see how the gun's been set up, date, serial number, model, power output, what pellets were used on there, pressure used, cold check after 24 hours, and cold check again before dispatch. So notice it's running at 255 bar, and just prior to dispatch he's checked it again, 255 bar. So some serious quality control there. Quite, I don't know, very much cottage industry, but I quite like that. It also includes a test target. Not quite sure what range that's shot at, but again, put serial number on there and grouping of the gun. These particular one's in 5.5, so 2.2. So just little things like that, I think, just aid to the almost, I think it's probably the feeling of a smaller manufacturer that cares a bit more, I suppose, than some of your larger guys. Maybe, it's early days, yes, but I say they've been out the last few years and they're getting some rave reviews. So it tends to be a lot of air rifle enthusiasts and gun enthusiasts as well, who tend to sort of like to find the best kept secret, I suppose, is the best way to put it. I think that's where AirMaks probably are. I say brand new brand to us, but a brand I'm really keen on, and one of the few guns I actually fancy owning myself. So watch this space, it'll probably join my cabinet at some stage. But anyway, that's a quick overview, so what we've got available. I say we've got 4 models available. We can get any of the models that are currently in the country. Longer, shorter, laminate stocks. Give us a call, let us know what we can do, and we'll speak to you soon. Take care, thank you.